What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla, SPY, Nvidia, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers, and break down what's happening with the market moving forward and talk about some big things affecting us, what you should be watching for as time progresses. Let me just mention that I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15. And the offer ends very soon in just about 10 hours from now. Anyways, right now the market's still holding up quite well. We're also seeing Tesla holding up decently. But we still have this key resistance at this 200 EMA, which I'm going to break down in just a couple of minutes. But just notes that there's going to be some interesting volatility coming at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we have the Fed interest rate hike decision coming out. This is going to be very, very important. The Fed is going to most likely keep rates the same, but the Fed's projections for rates is going to be very important as well. We're going to get some more insights on how many cuts they're kind of like expecting for the year and to what extent. So that's going to be very important. Expect volatility around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then at 2:30 p.m., we're expecting the Fed press conference with Jerome Powell giving a speech. Whatever he says may shake the markets, so get ready for that as well. It's going to be very, very important. Now, one thing worth mentioning is that we're seeing a lot of talk about the new Model Y refresh, how there's some leaks coming out. Let me just note that this is not 100% confirmed. We don't know if these pictures are actually for that, but there's a lot of talk that this could be for the new Juniper refresh for the Model Y, and then this could be a prototype. So this could be very, very interesting. If this does end up happening, especially for next year, it's going to be a nice bullish catalyst. Can't wait to see how things end up going. I think it's very cool, and I can't wait to see how things end up developing, at least moving forward. But I just wanted to talk about this. It's pretty cool stuff. I was making headlines right now, and it's very, very interesting. Anyways, going back to Tesla, I just want to mention that we're holding up decently. We still technically have kind of like a slanted head and shoulders like structure, but it's not as strong as before. If Tesla breaks 232, I'll be looking at 235, and if we break that, we could invalidate this completely and remain bullish, and Tesla could just continue to pump because you could interpret this as Tesla making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we're going to eventually try to make a higher high from here. That could turn us very bullish. And if we do end up breaking 235, I think Tesla will go all the way up to about 240. So I'll be watching to see if that ends up being the case. If Tesla hypothetically rejects, you'll be looking at some key support right over here. We first have that 229 area. It's almost 230. If that breaks, I'll be looking at 227 and then 225. And losing 225 would turn this down quite a bit. So I'll be watching to see how well this holds up. As of right now, it's doing a good job at holding up, but we're still fighting this 200 EMA at 232. That's the key level I called out in the morning to be watching for if we were to start pushing, but it's a very, very tough resistance. So we'll just have to see how Tesla does there. But nonetheless, Tesla is still favoring upside a little bit more. It does have potential to break out higher and try to invalidate this head and shoulders, but we just have to wait and see for confirmation. This could be a slant head and shoulders, or it could be a trap. We'll just have to wait and see. But overall, like I said, Tesla's still holding up quite well. Watch and see if we can break 232 later on, especially after the FOMC meeting. If that ends up being the case, that's going to be the next big catalyst to give the market some time. Now, SPY is doing a good job. Is trying to hold above 551, which is a good sign. Our next target would be 552 if we end up breaking. And if that breaks as well, 553.8 or 553.5, like around that area is coming. That's going to be where we have that gap to fill. So far, the structure is bullish. We have a nice double bottom like structure. We're pushing nicely, making higher highs and higher lows. We also broke this high at 547, which led to this breakout. So we're looking more bullish overall on SPY. But like I said before, it depends on the FOMC meeting. We still have the rate hike decision that's going to be coming out, not to mention Jerome Powell's speech. We're favoring more upside as long as we hold above 551. But the main level is 548.6. That's going to be a very, very pivotal level. As right now, they're buyers defending. We do have potential. And I just want to call out something else. On SPY, when you look at the daily time frame, we're starting to fill this gap over here. We're actually almost halfway through. So we have a gap to fill over here. If we continue to break past 552, I'll be looking at this gap all the way up towards 553.8. That's going to be our next target if we do end up breaking and holding above 552. We haven't done so yet, but there is potential. We're starting to build more momentum, and the daily time frame is nearing a bullish cross in the PPO, so it's looking more bullish to me. But we have to just watch and see, can we get past 552 at least for now. Now, whether or not this happens before or after the FOMC meeting, we'll just have to wait and see. But just know that as of right now, this chart is favoring the upside. For other stocks out there like Nvidia, we're up 12%. Nvidia is on fire. I mentioned to everyone that Nvidia is going to bounce, and because we broke past 112, our next target was 116. Lo and behold, that ended up developing quite well. I think that that's very important for us, at least moving forward. I think that there's a very, very good chance that this will continue to push. So, in my personal opinion, I think there's a good chance that Nvidia will continue to break right here towards this 117 area. If that breaks, then we'll be uh, looking for a nice pump at least later on. If we reject, we'll be dipping back down towards other levels out there. But I just think that there's more upside potential, at least for us moving forward. But I just want to say that right now, Nvidia is trying to push, and I think that there's a very, very good chance we continue. So it's looking more bullish to me, and I'll be looking to see if we break 117. For Bitcoin, we're looking a little bit more bullish. I'll be looking for one test of this 50 EMA towards 66,772. So there's more potential for this, and we'll just have to see how things end up progressing. For others out there, I just want to see, ES is also trying to push right here. We'll be looking at our key, gap to fill all the way up here. And I think that with this trying to fill, we're continuing to look more bullish, at least moving forward. So this is also favoring upside for ES, and we'll be looking to see if we can fill this gap. A break of 5,580, excuse me, will take us all the way up towards the 5,600s. So that's looking more bullish to me. SPX is also favoring upside. We have this gap to fill, which would take us up to 55. I think we could end up filling that gap if we break past 55.40. So it looks a little bit more bullish. The QQQ is also looking more bullish. We're going to be looking to see if we can try to get back above these EMAs. We have 472 as our next target. If that breaks, we'll push even higher. This is still favoring upside, in my opinion. So overall, it's still looking more bullish. For Apple, Apple is just trying to push all the way up towards 224. We have this imbalance to fill all the way up here. I think that Apple will try to get there as long as we hold the 222. We'll see if that holds, but we're still looking more bullish. The IWM is looking more bullish as well. We'll be looking for 225. If that breaks, we could continue to pump here. We have a nice cup and handle like structure, so it does favor upside. We'll see if 225 breaks. Then we have 226.25 coming next. For Coinbase, despite the head and shoulders that formed is trying to rebound, make sure you watch 233 as resistance. If that breaks, we'll be looking for another push all the way up here. For Amazon, we're looking more bullish. If we end up breaking past 186.8, we'll be continuing to push all the way up towards this 189 area. So that's looking pretty good to me, in my personal opinion. So, in my personal opinion, I think that we're looking pretty uh, good right now, at least on Amazon. If we hold above our 200 EMA, 186.84 will continue to let this pump. For Meta, we're looking more bullish. We have 476.5 as resistance. If this breaks, we'll continue to push higher. In my opinion, I think that 476 is going to be tested. We're looking pretty good on Meta. For Microsoft, we're trying to rebound a bit. We'll have to see if we can break past 420 or not. Watch that as resistance. Has potential to test that. And then Google, not doing the best of jobs. It did push to 176 only to reject a bit. We'll see if 172.6 holds. It might tip a little bit more before it tries to rebound, but so far, so good. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my analysis. Right now, the market's doing a good job at holding up. It's favoring upside, and Tesla's also holding up decently. But make sure you watch our resistance. We'll see if Tesla could break past 232 or not. If we break it, it'll look pretty good. I do want to call it there's a possible cup and handle like structure on the 4 hour that could be developing, but that depends if we could break this resistance. So we'll just have to see how things go. Anyways, that's pretty much it for now. I want to thank you all so much for listening. Have a great day, and peace out.